A felt frog once said, "It's not that easy being green, but these two schools will do their best." High school volleyball is coming your way from Concordia Academy in Roseville. The number 5 team in Class 2A, the Concordia Academy Beacons, close out their 6-game homestand with the Hill Murray Pioneers, a team at 6-6. Greetings, everyone. I'm Mike Peden. Here I am all by myself talking to myself. That's chaos theory for you. No chaos on the part of Concordia Academy. Their homestand, a rather successful one, despite a 4-set loss to Bloomington Jefferson. The Jaguars, one of the surprising teams in the South Suburban Conference and in Class 3A this year. But for Concordia Academy, this is a key sectional tilt with Hill Murray, a team with a lot of history in this sport. Not much has changed since the last time we covered the Beacons. They're still fueled by the big three. Kira Fallert on offense leads the team in kills. Brooke Weichbrot, the setup artist, and Grace Landvik, the libero. Kira Fallert, 5 straight games with at least 1 ace and 10 digs or more in 7 games. A season high 18 against Bloomington Jefferson, and that doesn't even get into her kills. She had 22 a season high in a straight set win over Nova Classical. So the Beacons are doing what they need to do to continue their postseason push and hopefully one-up their semifinal appearance a year ago. Hill Murray, as we noted, 6-6. They do have some history if you go back to the first part of this decade. They're rebuilding a little bit. They also have a new head coach. We'll talk more about that as the game moves along. But some players to keep an eye on for the Pioneers include Alyssa Isackson, 6 games with 10 kills or more, 21 in a 5-set loss to Simley. Adriana Mariani, 31 assists against Simley. But the most crazy statistic may come from Keely Kurschner, the Pioneers libero. 52 digs. You heard me right, 52 against Simley. That's a lot of ups and some bruised wrists perhaps, but I was told Keely Kurschner relishes those opportunities. Hill Murray looking forward to this game. It would be a good upset win for them, but also a way to get a feel for the section with just a couple of weeks to go in the regular season. We'll come back to tip things off. You're watching high school volleyball.
Across the Twin Cities Metro and beyond, TSP Television offers long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. It takes a lot of time and effort to give you this level of coverage. If you want to help out, visit us at patreon.com/TSP Television or paypal.me/TSP Television.
Welcome back to Concordia Academy in Roseville, and before we get started, I do need to issue a correction to myself. I shortchanged the number of championships won by Concordia Volleyball. I originally said they hadn't won any. They have won 2, 1984 and 1987. I say that so any alumni watching from that era, you don't have to file a grievance or call for my dismissal or start a picket line. I don't want to shortchange the alumni from the 80s or any era of Concordia Academy. Just wanted to straighten that up for anyone who watched our last Concordia Academy broadcast. But these two schools have a lot of history in the sport of volleyball. As we noted, Hill Murray state tournament appearances were common in the early part of the decade. And this is a school that has reached the section final 3 years in a row. Brittany Gutter is the head coach of the Pioneers. Getter played college at MSU Moorhead. Concordia Academy, 13-3. They hold the number 1 seed in Section 4-2A. St. Croix Lutheran behind them. The two schools won't be able to play each other this year, as St. Croix Lutheran stayed in the Tri-Metro. Concordia Academy moved over to the Skyline. When we were last here, Concordia Academy started their homestand with a win over Roseville in the first ever Battle of County Road B52. They would dispatch Maranatha and St. Croix Prep in straight sets. Lost a 3-setter to Watertown Mare at the Showcase Tournament, Southwest Christian. and were swept by Castellanorville. Of course, those are 3-set games. Their last 2 home games, a 4-set loss to Bloomington Jefferson and a straight set win over Nova Classical. They have a couple of big matchups next Monday, Waterville, Elysian Morristown, and Mare Lutheran the Monday after that. So October will be filled with a lot of tantalizing matchups on the road. The starting rotations for Hill Murray. It's Adriana Mariani, Alyssa Isackson, Anna Schaffhauser, Keely Kurschner, the libero, Grace Holm, Grace Schaffhauser, and Emma Lieneman. The Beacon starting rotation, same as last time we were here. Grace Landvik, Brooke Weichbrod, Shayna Zinter, Maya Adams, Sydney Pelzer, Kira Fallert, and Emma Revor. It's a little warm in here, dew point around 70 degrees. Warm and humid for September 30th. Concordia Academy, being an opportunistic bunch, selling ice cream in the concession stands, and it looks like there are a couple of fans who have taken advantage of that. Not quite the crowd we had last time for Roseville, but lots of talent, a lot of fun to be had here. The Pioneers, they've been hovering around 500. They will serve to start this game. And if you saw Concordia the last time we were here, Kira Fallert is a menace up front. Here she comes from the left side, goes off speed. Grace Schaffhauser, that's picked up by Landvik, and Grace almost said, my bad, in the middle of a point. And this first rally, an extended one. Sydney Pelzer's picked up a couple of digs. Hill Murray's not giving up either. Alyssa Isackson with a nice up. Fallert tried to finish it and went too hard. A hitting error charged to Kira Fallert, but she is quite the attacker. In 6 games this season, a hit percentage of 500 or higher. That time she paints the corner. Fallert leads the team in kills and aces and can pick up a few digs as well. Here's Shayna Zinter. Free ball for the Beacons. Fallert from the left side. Good block by 29, Emma Lieneman. And a hitting error on the Pioneers. Both teams with a lot of youth. Only 1 senior on the varsity roster for the Beacons, just 3 for the Pioneers. Fallert down the middle. And just in front of Alyssa Isackson. Fallert, 22 kills in the win over Nova Classical. And after Hill Murray scored the first point, the Beacons have scored the last 3. Hill Murray will change that with a one-handed lob by Grace Schaffhauser. Grace and Anna are twins, both sophomores. And Grace and Anna, they don't lead the team in kills, only 1 with over 100. That's Isaacson, based on data available, and that will be a hitting error on Kayla Schreier. So the ball goes back to Concordia. And Brooke Weichbrod, good serve. And that will not be a save for Hill Murray as the ball went off the rafters. That was set up by Weichbrod. Weichbrod, if you remember, 13 aces, no errors in a straight set win over Cristo Rey Jesuit. So she can jam opponents with that service game. She's had a couple of good ones here. And unfortunately, the Beacons cannot cash in. Maya Adams with the hitting error. Here's Emma Lieneman. to serve for the Pioneers. Fallert down the right side, got the deflection. Weichbrot will pick up the assist. Weichbrot averaging over 10 assists per set. And now Fallert serving. If you recall, those line drive serves really frustrated Roseville. And Concordia Academy off to a good start here. And compared to some other players, Kira Fallert doesn't put a lot of vertical on those serves. They are line drives. As soon as she releases the ball, she fires away. Block. Emma Ravor. That was Pelzer, I should say. Tough to tell from here sometimes. Pelzer will get credit for the block. Concordia Academy means business. And Fallert has picked up a few aces, as we said, leads the team in that category. So those line drive serves have worked to her benefit. Pelzer. Bill Murray able to save it. Fallert gets the dig there. Free ball for the Beacons. It's Pelzer, and she will get the deflection. (9-3). Well, Murray going with an off-speed hit from Isackson. Pelzer has to send a free ball to the Pioneers side. Isackson will try again, and she's denied. (10-3). And Fallert serves that into the net. But the Beacons do get a solid run out of Kira Fallert, and that's what they're looking for. Fallert and Weichbrot have played on varsity since 8th grade. As we said, just one senior for the Beacons, that's Adams. And only one starter among the seniors for Hill Murray. And a let serve nets a point for Cassie Schreier and the Pioneers. Cassie's father has 15 siblings. And that will be a service error. And here's Grace Landvik, Concordia's libero. She had 6 aces in a 2-set win over Cannon Falls. And double contact is called, point for the Beacons. Landvik also picked up 24 digs against Jefferson, 10 digs or more in 9 games. Not a strong attack there on the part of Hill Murray. That'll set up Pelzer. And that was Kurschner with the up for Hill Murray, but a hitting error. And Concordia Academy continues their run. 13-5, our set 1 score. And a reminder, if you want to support TSB television sports programming and our mission of long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros, visit us at patreon.com/TSB television or paypal.me/TSB television. Now, here's some fun facts about the Pioneers. We mentioned Cassie Schreier. Her dad has 15 siblings. Anna Gonzaga, one of the seniors on the team, big Harry Potter fan, and was a bit salty about getting sorted into Hufflepuff. She really wanted Gryffindor. Well, if it makes her feel any better, she may have heard this story where Tom Felton, who played Draco Malfoy in the film series, took the sorting hat quiz. Of course, Draco being a member of Slytherin, that'll be a point for the Beacons on the double contact. In real life, Felton was sorted into Gryffindor, which, of course, made fans squeal a little bit. That will be an ace for the Beacons. Grace Landvik doing some damage. Zinter. Hill Murray gets the up. Isackson, she's had difficulty setting up an attack. Pelzer fires. And that will go out of play. We've seen Fallert's velocity firsthand, but Pelzer, she's got quite an arm too. She's not to be underestimated. And Landvik is feasting on the Hill Murray defense. Landvik with another fine serve, and that's going to be another point for the Beacons. Landvik may not have the velocity of Fallert, but Hill Murray stymied nonetheless. And you notice Keely Kurschner, she's received a lot of those serves, has to backpedal. Hill Murray finally gets a point. And that'll send out Isackson. Aggressive in the front row, developing in the back row. Isackson leads the team in kills. And as Hill Murray looks to build up their program once more, Isackson doing a solid job for the private school in Maplewood. That's a cross-court shot and point for Grace Schaffhauser. And if you're the Pioneers, if you can get even a mini run, something to build up the morale. It's tough to get roasted like they did against someone like Pelzer. And Sydney Pelzer, I'll tell you what. She's one tough cookie. Maya Adams on the service for the Beacons. Setter dump. Hill Murray unable to adjust to it in time. And that's an ace for Maya Adams. Concordia Academy doing a lot of damage in the service game. No, that was a point on Hill Murray. I misspoke. Sometimes you get your signals crossed. But Concordia Academy with a comfortable lead here in set one. Free ball for the Beacons. Pelzer, oh! Tough break for Pelzer. It's strange to think that Pelzer, entering this game, only had 86 kills. Zinter has more, but Pelzer's got some chops out in the front lines. And Emma Lieneman just paints the line. Little room for error. Lieneman with 40 kills. And the best hitter on the Pioneers is Grace Holm. Hitting percentage of .280. Isackson 176. Hill Murray with the rejection and the point. I believe that was Lieneman who rose up. And Brittany Getter, Hill Murray's head coach in her first year, really praised Emma's work up front and the blocking pressure she provides. That is a hitting error on Alyssa Isackson. (21-11). Hill Murray still has a timeout. Lieneman. And that will be a point for the Beacons. As it appears, Lieneman's shot did not cross over. (22-11), now 23-11 after a rotation violation on the part of Hill Murray. And Concordia has a lot of set points to work with here. The PA announcer a little perplexed as to what's going on, and I have to admit, I was too. You don't see that often. Fallert will close out the set with her patented strike. And just like that, Concordia dispatches Hill Murray 25-11 in set one. A heavy dose of Kira Fallert and Sydney Pelzer, and Grace Landvik also involved in a few points there. We'll come back for set number two in a moment.
Across the Twin Cities Metro and beyond, TSP Television offers long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. It takes a lot of time and effort to give you this level of coverage. If you want to help out, visit us at patreon.com/GSP Television or paypal.me/GSP Television.
Concordia Academy with a 1-0 lead over Hill Murray. Mike Peden all by myself talking to myself. You're watching high school volleyball, and we'd like to thank CTV North Suburbs for syndicating this game to folks in the North Metro area. So fans of Concordia around Roseville and the surrounding cities can watch this game. We also like to thank all of you watching this on YouTube as well. Hill Murray, as we said, up and down. They were swept by Forest Lake to start the season. Mounds Park Academy, a 3-set loss. They've had a couple of close ones with Simley. Played Holy Angels well. So this is a team still working on their identity. Lost to North St. Paul. They beat Matamidi in conference play. Hill Murray part of the Metro East. And Hill Murray will start the second set with a point for Grace Schaffhauser. Kayla Schreier to serve. Someone called it out for Concordia. Landvik did pick it up. Kurschner with the up. Isackson still looking to find a stroke of offense. Off-speed lob, read by Landvik. Fallert winds up and will score the point. It's a warm one here. I'm working up a sweat just coming up with witty commentary. Or who are we kidding? Shayna Zinter serves that one into the net, and Hill Murray with an early 2-1 lead. Emma Lieneman, when she's not serving and blocking shots, her favorite activity is hitting the woe. And Kira Fallert likes to hit where her defenders ain't. I did not know what hitting the woe was until she explained it to me. Throwing up the woe is what she called it. It's clear I'm getting old. Anna Schaffhauser tried to put that one down. Actually, that's number 8, Grace Holm. And that will be a point for the Beacons. Brooke Weichbrot with the ace. Weichbrot with 20 assists or more in all but 2 games. She has hit the 30 mark 6 times. She had 41 assists against Bloomington Jefferson. That will be a hitting error on Anna Schaffhauser. And Concordia Academy off to another strong start. Another ace for Brooke Weichbrot. And the points keep piling up. Weichbrot with 34 aces entering this game. She did have the team lead for a time until Fallert passed her, but Weichbrot adding a couple more to her total here. Overpass on the serve receive. And that means lights out. Kira Fallert throws it down with authority. Another overpass. Hill Murray out of position there. And a tap down for Kira Fallert. She's having a lot of fun in this one. Kira, before each game, or at least before this one, served as a volunteer line judge for the junior varsity game, which was won by Concordia in 3 sets. Point for the Pioneers. There were a couple of points where she had a stunned look on her face, and Fallert and a couple of the other volleyball players also took part in the Star Spangled Banner, which is sung before every game, of course. So Fallert can judge volleyball games, also does choir, and there's a lot of multiple talents here. Fallert from the middle lands another point. And now she'll go back to serve. Pelzer off the block. Isackson has tried the cross court a couple of times. That will be a point for Concordia. Looked like it went off a Hill Murray player. So Emma Revore will get credit for the kill there. Diving up by Kurschner. Isackson hits it too hard. And Brittany Getter will call a timeout for the Pioneers. 13-3, and it looks like Concordia Academy well on their way to a set 2 win. And a reminder, if you want to support TSB television programming and our mission of long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes, visit us at TSB Television, patreon.com/TSB Television, or paypal.me/TSB Television. If you're watching this on YouTube, some upcoming games. Our next volleyball game, our next broadcast actually, will take us to Eastridge and Woodbury for an intercity battle. The Raptors and the Royals, Woodbury having one heck of a season. 15-2, Eastridge, a top 10 team. Good chance for Woodbury to upend a top 10 conference rival. On Friday, we'll have high school football. We'll head to Seafoam Stadium as St. Agnes takes on Breck. A 5-0 versus a 4-1. Should be a lot of fun. Point for the Pioneers, as that attempt may have gone off the antenna. Hard to tell with the up ref. Isackson to serve. Pelzer. Fallert plays the up there, and Pelzer hits that one out of bounds. St. Grace Home tried to tap down the overpass and didn't work that time, but Hill Murray does score the point. Pioneers, they've had some mini runs. And we're going to have a momentary pause to wipe up a wet spot. As we said, it's warm and humid. This part of the campus does not have AC. So perspiration, moisture can develop. It is a little wet over here at Concordia Academy. Adams, that was home. Who gets the save for the Pioneers. Revor will get the point. Hitting error on the Pioneers, that was Anna Gonzaga. Gonzaga, that's how you pronounce it. Not to be confused with Gonzaga University. It could take a couple of times. Fallert opts for the lob. Pays off, they'll get a free ball out of it. And Shayna Zinter, I'm not sure if that's the play she drew up, but counts as a kill. And the Beacons pad their lead. Look out. Amherst had to flinch for dear life. That was a hitting error on the Pioneers. And an off-speed hit for Shayna Zinter. So Concordia Academy displaying their full A to Z offensive style, and I'm sure Shayna's heard that more than once. I'll show myself out. Beacons with a big lead in set two. And Pelzer, I believe. Yes, Pelzer with the mustard. And I mean lots of mustard. No ketchup in Shayna Zinter's repertoire. She hit that so hard that the up went into the rafters. Maya Adams. And Concordia all over Hill Murray here in set 2. Shayna Zinter with the teardrop. 21-6. And a block for Hill Murray. They haven't had a lot to celebrate. Well, I thought it was a block, but instead it's a point for the Beacons. Hill Murray, I'm sure they're looking to score something. But the Beacons came prepared. Hill Murray did too, but Concordia Academy hitting just about all their marks here. Landvik serving. She really frustrated the Pioneers the last time she had to serve. Fallert will try from the back row. Isackson with the up. Two Pioneers nearly collide. And that hit the antenna. That will be a point for the Pioneers. And Concordia answers right back. Adams will get credit for that. And for the Beacons, no sweat here in the second set. It might be humid. Hill Murray gets a point. Anna Gonzaga with the score. Gonzaga, who may or may not go to Hogwarts after she, well, I guess she would have, this would be her last year at Hogwarts, that's right. It's a high school, or functions like one. Concordia Academy closes out set 2. Shayna Zinter will clinch a set 2 win for the Beacons. And Concordia Academy well on their way to their 14th victory of the season. We'll come back in a moment.
Across the Twin Cities Metro and beyond, TSP Television offers long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. It takes a lot of time and effort to give you this level of coverage. If you want to help out, visit us at patreon.com/GSP Television or paypal.me/GSP Television.
Set 3 ready to start. Mike Peden all by myself talking to myself. Concordia Academy 14-3. Hill Murray 6-6. It's been all Concordia Academy. 25-11, 25-8. Kira Fallert starts set 3 with a point for the Beacons. Well, this Concordia Academy team, as we noted, they have been a powerhouse in Class 2A, even if they don't have recent championships to their credit. They're always a contender. And they will give that point to Emma Revore. Hill Murray was in the net. That explains the point for the Beacons. A lot of history. We mentioned those two state championships. Kim Dewis was on hand for one of them as a player back in 1987. And I think that was Fallert who put down the block. And a service error on Shayna Zinter, a rare error. At least rare in this one. Another point for Fallert. The points are piling up for Fallert, and Concordia Academy has found their groove. Hitting error on Brooke Weichbrot, and that will put the ball back to the Hill Murray side. And Emma Lieneman, who likes to throw up the whoa. I'm sure that makes her the talk of the town in Maplewood. Hitting error on the Beacons, so Hill Murray will continue to serve here. Lieneman getting a word of encouragement from Brittany Getter, the Hill Murray head coach. Fallert with a running lob. And she adds another kill to her total. Kira's mother, a member of the 1984 state championship team. And the Beacons with a 7-3 lead. And the student section, uh-oh. We've got a younger fan. And the down judge, the down ref, comes over to make sure they stay out of harm's way. We don't want kids getting hurt. You don't want to get hit with a ball. But I was going to say the student section, as Fallert adds an ace to her total. They're chatting it up. Maybe not as boisterous as the Roseville game, but you don't have the inner city rivalry with this matchup. As we noted, though, the Beacons with a couple of big road games. WEM, Waterville, Elysian, Morristown, as the Beacons build their lead to 8-3. And Mare Lutheran to end the regular season. The Mare Lutheran game should be a lot of fun for those who will make the trek out there. Concordia Academy, they put some tough teams on the schedule. Not much is certain. Concordia called it out, and indeed it is. 8-4, now 9-4. Service error. Puts the ball back in the Pioneers' side. And Pelzer will get credit for that. A lift officially on Hill Murray. The Beacons dropped a set to Cretin-Durham Hall. And I'll finish that point. Hill Murray certainly isn't finished, though. Grace Holm drops down the kill and gets an emphatic cheer from the Hill Murray bench. The Beacons, after dropping a set to Cretin-Durham Hall, they did win that one. They would not drop another set until September 21st, when they lost to Watertown Mare in a condensed 3-setter. Again, that's part of tournament play. "11 straight wins without dropping a set." That's pretty impressive. Not unusual for top teams, though, as they assert themselves against some of the lower level teams in their class or in other classes. But as the schedule suggests, this team not afraid to take risks either. And likewise, Hill Murray knows one way to get better, to build up this program, is play those top teams, even if the result doesn't go your way. Shayna Zinter hits that one into the net. Well, you never know what can happen. Maybe you can take a set. Maybe you can push them to a 5th. And use it to build things up. As I said, for the Pioneers, it's been an unpredictable season. Lift violation called. And the game results only give you the set score. It doesn't tell you how the sets went. So sometimes even a straight set win can be more competitive than it looks. The Beacons have scored the last 2 points. And Zinter with the service error. Up until now, and even now, there have only been a couple of bumps, but Concordia Academy has played this match with few mistakes. They haven't made too many errors, and that can go a long way. And Kira Fallett's going to go a long way in this sport. As we noted, her mother's played it. Her mother, part of the coaching staff. When you've got 2 members of the coaching staff with state championship titles to their pedigree. Hill Murray gets the off-speed teardrop. When you have the pedigree, the history, the titles, and that's the starting point to build up a program. Hill Murray, they were there several years ago. Service error on Lieneman, and they hope to get back there someday. Brittany Getter with some work to do. She noted that Hill Murray had a lot to rebuild after the talent that graduated a year ago, as Maya Adams drops a point down for the Beacons. White broke to Pelzer. That should be a point for the Beacons. It looked like the net was touched. And it was, as Hill Murray tried to send back an overpass on the up. Hill Murray tries to setter dump, but double contact is called on Adriana Mariani. And Hill Murray scores the point on the air. 18-10. Pelzer misses the mark. Hill Murray looking to string together a run. Maya Adams with the off-speed hit. Grace Holm picks up a point, or did she? We're going to have a discussion. Concordia point. And even Concordia seems a little confused as to what's going on. Grace Landvik, though, will line up to serve. The up judge will offer his explanation. Holm, no doubter this time. Well, you're looking at two teams that will have a lot of returning pieces next season. For the Beacons, that's a scary proposition for anyone facing them. For Hill Murray, it gives them a chance to continue this building project. But what a core Concordia Academy is going to have coming back next year. Another pause to clean up a wet spot. 20-12, Concordia Academy on their way to win number 15 of the season. Setter dump, no good. And that will be a point for the Pioneers. Anna Gonzaga had to wait a minute or two for the celebration. And as we said, baby steps, Hill Murray. This is their highest line total. And an ace. Alyssa Isackson cheers loudly for her libero teammate, Keely Kurschner, who likes to walk her dog when she's not serving up aces as she just did there. And she gets another one. She painted the corner the last time. This time uses the short game, the volleyball equivalent of small ball. So a pair of aces for Kurschner. And Hill Murray, they've been looking for something to cheer about. They'll have at least a couple of plays there. Concordia Academy answers right back thanks to Brooke Whitebrod, who alertly taps it over the net. 21-15. Lieneman with the off-speed right to Landvik. And give that point to Shayna Zinter. Concordia 3 away from win number 15. That was Pelzer on the serve. And a free ball for the Beacons. They're going to line up for Fallert. There's not much you can do when she's in full wind-up mode. Fallert, I imagine her volleyball career will not finish in high school. Service error on Sydney Pelzer, 23-16. But Concordia 2 away from wrapping this up in straight sets. Straight set wins have been common for the Beacons this season. As we said, 11 in a row. And if they can close this out, it would be their 14th straight set win this year. But Hill Murray looking to put up one more counter, get one more run. And a block. Emma Lieneman. And she's pumped after that one. I would be too. Trying to stop a Kira Fallert shot is no easy task. Fallert with the tap down on the overpass. And the Beacons 1 point away from their 14th straight, not 14th straight. Let me get this right. 14th straight set win of the season. It wouldn't be their 14th straight set win. I can see how you can get tongue-tied in this sport. Lieneman. Zinter with the up. Fallert. Can't get the finish there. And a block by Lieneman. Revor tried to go off speed. Lieneman was ready. But the Beacons still have a 6-point cushion. They have yet to call a timeout. Hill Murray hasn't used one either in this set. Fallert, the closer. And it took a little while, but Concordia Academy does pick up their 14th straight set win of the season. 25-11, 25-8, 25-18. Hill Murray falls to 6 and 7. Concordia Academy goes to 15 and 3, and they hold on to their number 1 spot in the Section 4 2A rankings for Concordia Academy. A good prelude to what should be some tantalizing games to close the season, including a couple of big road tests against Class A powers. In fact, they go on the road tomorrow to face another solid group, New Life Academy. Hill Murray, they're back in action on Wednesday when they host South St. Paul. We'll try to get a word with a Beacon player or two before we wrap this up. This is high school volleyball. It's a straight set win for the Concordia Academy Beacons.
Across the Twin Cities Metro and beyond, TSP Television offers long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. It takes a lot of time and effort to give you this level of coverage. If you want to help out, visit us at patreon.com/TSP Television or paypal.me/TSP Television.
Joining me are Kira Fallert and Sydney Pelzer. Well, as I said at the start of the broadcast, it's not easy being green. It was the green Hill Murray Pioneers and Concordia Academy Beacons, but you guys got the green in terms of the win, a straight set win. What would you make of your performance tonight?
I thought we came out really strong, and we're really motivated to do well, and we ended up showing throughout the game, and we played really confident the whole time.
I feel the same thing. We came out to compete, and Hill Murray's kind of our rival, so it's fun to play them.
Well, this chapter of the rivalry won by you guys. Sydney, that first set of yours, I know last time I was here, Kira's velocity really impressed us, but you've got quite a swing of your own there, and that really helped you, especially in that first set. So how did your performance help out the Beacons today?
I just thought I played the best I could. My teammates helped me out a lot, and they helped my confidence go up, and yeah.
Kira, I know we spoke of your line drive serves, but on top of that, I don't know how long it takes to master this. You maybe have the shortest vertical of anyone I've seen when it comes to serving. As soon as you release the ball, you fire away. How did you develop that?
Lots of practice. It's always been kind of something I've been working on, because all my coaches always say they want that good 1-2 pace when you serve, and it's something I've been working on for a long time, and it's been paying off, and I feel like it's the most effective way. So, yeah.
1-2, or in your case, it feels like 1.5. You don't even wait a second to get that ball going. This is your 14th straight set win of the season. I know that, I imagine, happens quite a bit over here for the Beacons, but to rack up that kind of a number, what does that say about how the team is doing this year?
I think it proves just how hard we're working and how when we put in all the effort, we can be really successful, and it's really paying off.
I also think that, yeah, it's pretty, she said it all.
Now, Kira, I saw you also do some line judging for the JV game. So how long have you been doing that, and what do you gain by judging calls before you go out there and try to paint the corner?
Well, I've been line judging since 6th grade, so lots of experience. But yeah, it shows you a different angle of the court, and also it shows you just how hard it is to be a line judge. So if you think they make bad calls sometimes, like, it's a tough job, so you can't get too upset.
Makes you wish for video review, right?
Yes, that would be nice.
On top of that, I saw you also help out with that Star Spangled Banner. Is there anything you don't do here?
I don't play basketball, which I did, but I don't. And I'm not in theater. I'm not in lots of stuff, but I don't know.
Well, as I like to say, do it all. You're only in high school one time. And Sydney, is there any other activities that we can look out for you here?
I play basketball and softball as well.
I do remember softball and basketball. I read about softball, saw you in basketball. So do you sing?
I do. I am on the worship team here, so yeah.
So the two of you just team up in almost everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, you've got some big matchups on the road starting tomorrow with New Life Academy to close out the regular season. I know you have the inside track to the 1 seed, but as we turn the calendar to October, what are some things you'd like to tune up before the section playoffs?
I think we need to keep fine-tuning all like the small skills and making sure we're all playing together and playing towards the same goal. Because like sometimes it's pretty easy to have like ups and downs and get stuck in a rut. And we just need to stay playing our best and have lots of energy on the court all the time and stay consistent.
I think we need to work on having energy and like keeping our energy levels up and staying focused a lot. Sometimes we get out of focus in practice and in games, and we just need to get better at that.
All right, you want to say hi to anybody?
I don't know.
I want to say hi to my mom and my dad.
Well, hi, Mom and Dad. And Sydney, if you have any persuasive power, I think Kira would look good on a basketball uniform, don't you?
I do. She should play.
Because if you can serve, I imagine if you can serve like that, I can only imagine how quickly you could deliver shots or passes. If you can serve as hard as you can, I think she'd be a great fit.
That's very true.
Well, Kira, no pressure from us.
Yep, I guess.
Well, enjoy the rest of the volleyball season first. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us, and congrats on your 15th win of the season. We'll see what you guys do in October and beyond, but nice job tonight, and we'll see if we can keep this train going.
Thank you. Yep.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's Kira Fallert and Sydney Pelzer. That wraps things up here from Concordia Academy. For the rest of our crew, I'm Mike Beaton. Thanks for watching.